Hey everybody, it's Katie VSG for The Real Me, coming in for my week 4 update. Yesterday I did a little before and after week 4, so actually today is week 4 and a day, but with it being a holiday, my whole family was home, and I'd rather not record these when they are because I just can't concentrate. So like I said, I did put out my 4-week before and after little video. Hope you guys got a chance to watch it. It's my shortest video, so you may appreciate that. It's only about 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Okay, so let's go to the stats. I'm 5'3". My high weight was 306. My surgery weight was 271. Last week I was 258, and my current weight is 256, which is a loss of 2 pounds for the week, 15 pounds since surgery, and 50 pounds on the nose since I started this process. It was kind of an unspoken goal of mine to get to 50 pounds down because I guess I've just been kind of hovering really close to that. And, you know, it's a nice rounded number. But I'm only down 15 pounds since surgery. It's not like a huge deal. But if you look at my before and after shots that I posted yesterday, I did a side-by-side of the day before surgery versus yesterday. And you can see a big difference like in my stomach and just, you know, all over, but mainly I'd say my stomach. That side view is the most, it just shows the most difference. And that's only after losing 15 pounds. I swear the first 35 pounds you couldn't even tell. And that's the problem when you're over 300 pounds. Nobody notices when you lose 35, including you. But I think it's funny that I'm not losing, and yet I am still getting thinner. I'd like to research that and figure out what that's all about. Just, I guess my body just repositioning all the fat. I don't know. But I also put my my measurements if you're interested. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I did lose all total 20 1/4 inches. Since the last time I did my measurements was before my pre-op diet, because I wanted to kind of get a sense of where I was starting from, even though I was already down a few pounds by then, but still, like I said, you couldn't tell. Okay, so what have I been eating? I have been really enjoying my Greek yogurt, and I can finish the whole thing, which is like a little over 5 ounces. I thought I was going to hate the key lime. It's not something I ever would have chosen. Actually, none of these are ones that I ever would have chosen, these flavors, before surgery. Banana cream. I had to pick ones that I didn't think would have any chunks in it because I'm not supposed to have those yet. But anyway, key lime, banana cream, loving it. I'm getting the 80 calorie or the 100 calorie ones. Apple pie. I love apple pie. Especially apple pie mode, and this kind of reminds me of that, and I love it. I also tried a caramel apple pie, and it is also fantastic, but it has some chunks in it, and I ate it anyway, so I think I'm gonna be all right. And I got a pumpkin one, which I haven't tried yet, but that brings me to my next thing. So I've been getting really bored with my protein shakes, so what I decided to do was spice things up. And in my vanilla shakes, I'm putting this pumpkin pie spice. Fantastic. Yeah, I get to have my pumpkin spice drink without all of the bad stuff and while getting in my protein. Something that I've been doing for a really long time. This is a product from New Orleans called Cool Brew. This one's vanilla, but they have like, I don't know, 8 different flavors, including decaf, which is what I used when I was in, before I could have caffeine, which I'm not supposed to start caffeine until Wednesday, but I started yesterday. So another thing they can get over. So anyway, the way that this works, if you check out this bottle, it's pretty cool. You just loosen this one lid and you squeeze and it fills up, and that is one shot good for 1 cup of coffee. You can add it to milk, you can add it to a protein shake, you can add it before surgery. I was putting it with rum, spiced rum, and milk in the blender. It's very good. But like you can mix it with hot water. It's good in hot drinks. I actually think it tastes better in hot drinks than cold drinks, but it tastes good any way you do it. And it's a really good way to kind of get your caffeine, get your coffee, and get your protein all at once. And this product is shipped all over the world. People are obsessive about Cool Brew. My husband actually works there, but long before he worked there, I was using this stuff and drinking it. And actually, I knew a girl that worked there, and I ended up getting him a job there because how cool is it to work for this company that is so popular here in New Orleans? But also, like I said, it ships all over the country, all over the world. They're going to be in, I think, all the Walmarts in Texas and by October. And you can find them randomly, like all over the country. Or you can contact them and they will ship it to you. Okay, so, and I talked about extracts in one of my pre-op videos. I use all different flavor extracts. Like I remember when I was doing my my dieting before my pre-op diet, you know, for insurance purposes. And if I had all of my calories for the day and I still wanted something, needed something sweet, I would pull out the blender, fill it with ice and water, some kind of sweetener, and play with different extracts and make like slushies and stuff that were really, really good. I really like almond, which kind of actually has a cherry flavor, the extract. So that's another thing I play with. I even put in my protein shakes as well. Oh, and I've been mixing the strawberry and cream Premier protein with the chocolate Premier protein. I think it's much better mix. I don't like the strawberry on its own. Y'all know I have poop issues. So I just started taking fiber today, actually. So I'm hoping that kind of gets things moving. I was trying to do Colace every couple of days, and before surgery it was really gentle. It didn't make me cramp up, and you know, it wasn't miserable. But now I don't care for it. So it's just too, I don't know, it hurts. So you know, hopefully I'll have that resolved by next week, or I won't. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's getting a lot easier to drink more water. I went to the movie theater the other day, and I was drinking out of a little paper cup, and I was able to drink 2 bottles of water just while sitting in the movie theater. I don't know if it was the paper cup or the sitting or what, but and ever since then I've just been able to get more water in. So if I don't get water in, it's because I just don't feel like drinking, and that does happen. That happened to me yesterday morning. Y'all, I've mentioned that I feel hungry all the time, and I think that 80% of that is has to do with the acid. So I went ahead and I emailed my nutritionist and I asked her if I could double my dose of Prilosec. They sent me a new prescription for 40 milligrams versus the 20 that I was already taking. And, but as of right now, I'm still just taking double doses of my 20. And I think it has taken some of the hunger away. Like I said, I feel like it was only 20% of the issue. I actually feel like I do have hunger. So I still do have a little bit of hunger, but it's much better now. Or maybe I'm getting used to it. I don't even know at this point. But it's getting kind of frustrating that I have something really yummy to eat. Like I made a big pot of soup the other day, and I blended it up, and I could only fit like a little bit. And I was hungry, and I was like ready to scarf it down. You can't scarf it down. You have to eat slowly. And, you know, it gets cold. It's just, it's a hassle. Eating is a hassle. But I'll be allowed to eat a few more things tomorrow. So that means I'll be adding in smoothies like blended fruit. Wasn't allowed that before. Bananas. And just anything I want to put in a blender, I can do. Still unblended, but I can have more variety other than just like soup blended. So I have some ideas for that. Let's see. I am eating 3 times a day, so I really should be using the bathroom, even though everything I eat is in a 4-ounce cup. Sometimes I can eat 2 of those. I don't know how much I'm supposed to be eating. I know when I'm on blended, I could probably fit more than when I'm on solid, but I'm eating sometimes 1, but most of the time I can eat 8 ounces. Like I said, a yogurt is what I normally have for breakfast, and that is a little over 5 ounces. And then for lunch, I'll just have 1 to 2 4-ounce portions. Just depends on if I have enough time to get through 2 cups while trying to eat slowly and stuff. And let's see. At night I will have 1 of my little 4-ounce cups of soup and 1 4-ounce cup of no sugar added applesauce. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to say. Fantastic in applesauce. A little pumpkin pie spice, and I put a little bit of sweetener in it just because the applesauce is like not sweet at all. I am not one of those people that things got sweeter for post-op. If anything, things got a little more sour for me, so I had to sweeten it a little bit. So they want me to add fruit. They want me to add a sweet potato or white potato, whatever. And all still blended. But like, I don't know, should I be eating all of those carbs? I guess as long as I am drinking the protein shakes, it's okay. But like I said in my last video, I'm over protein shakes. I want to get my protein from food. So I don't know if I might have a little bit of potato or something and a little bit of fruit, like maybe in my protein shake. I'm going to try my powdered shake again tomorrow when I can blend it up with some fruit, and hopefully I can stand it. But I don't know. I feel like that would be a waste of my little pouch to eat just potato. We'll see how it goes. So, you know, my plan progresses very slowly. I'm 4 weeks and 1 day out post-op, and I am still on blended food, and I think it is highly annoying, like I've said in the past. But the other day I made scrambled eggs for my family, and I had some leftover. I have a ton of leftover cream cheese from a catering job I did last week. So I've been trying to sneak it in everywhere. And so I blended up the egg with the cream cheese and made scrambled eggs. And I had one little morsel. I mean, you couldn't even call it a bite. It was just like a crumb of egg. And I had no problems at all. I know some people can't tolerate egg. Apparently I can, at least when I eat just a little morsel of it. But I've also put the leftovers in my soup to give it a little more protein. So I've been eating soup with a little blended up egg in it and no problems. And the fact that, you know, it was a soft food and it wasn't blended, you know, and it went down fine. I had no problem with it. I really think I should be eating food. I also last night, this was kind of daring, ate, again, 2 little tiny crumbs of some pulled pork that was really, really tender. It had no sauce on it, no fat on it. It was just the tender meat, and it went down fine. No issue. No, my stomach wasn't even grumbling like it does when I eat the soups. So, you know, I guess that's basically it for the week. Let me double check my list. And I'm still at almost 15 minutes. So I will let y'all go until next week. Please go back and watch my 3-minute long before and after video. I think you can definitely see the difference, even though I've only lost 15 pounds. So, and go back and watch some of my other videos too. Oh, that's another thing. Some people have commented on my videos, and if I did not respond, it was not because I was a jerk. It is because I had no idea that anybody had responded, because for some reason all of my notifications were off. But I'm trying to keep a closer eye on that, because I really, really enjoy feedback from other people who are going through, a similar experience. So that is very valuable to me. So please keep them coming. I'm not a bariatric asshole. All right. That's it. Talk to you later. Bye.